all the headlines we're hearing is we have an aging construction industry. Where do we find, the new skilled workers to come and work with us? How do we get young people into construction? You come to us, basically, in a nutshell.
Get Radio Breakfast with Rich Smith.
Now, really looking forward to my next conversation. I'm going to be catching up with Lisa Marie Perkins, training coordinator at ACE Training, and Gemma Scrivener, marketing manager. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thanks so much for joining us. First and foremost, Lisa, let's come to you first and foremost. Just explain a little bit more about ACE Training, because once we find out what this is going to open many conversations and discussions.
Absolutely, is the aim of this. So we are ACE Training Construction Apprenticeship Centre. So we're based in Kidlington, and we offer apprenticeships in brick, carpentry and property maintenance. We have a two-sided programme. So we have our pre-apprentices, which Gemma will go a little bit more into. And then we have our full-fledged apprentices, which is where I step in as their link between training with us and them obviously being with their employers at work.
Right, and as I say, now we know the sort of bones of what you do. It does open those conversations, because as we've been hearing in the news, as we've been hearing with government changes about building more houses, about having people who are skilled and able to train and be great at what they do. That's exactly what you do. You provide all of that training to all of the wonderful people that are going to happen. And there's a huge shortage of general labourers in this country.
Absolutely, Rich. As you say, all the headlines we're hearing is we have an aging construction industry. Where do we find, the new skilled workers to come and work with us? How do we get young people into construction? You come to us, basically, in a nutshell. We have them. Come and get them.
There we go.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the long and short of it. We try and make it as easy as possible.
I guess in terms of that sort of sector, I guess it's quite sort of generational. If your dad's an electrician, you pass down on that info to the next generation. You go into that, and actually, as that pool of people gets smaller and smaller and smaller, you go, actually, do you know what, Dad? I want to do this, or actually, I don't really want to go into that. I want to be this. That pool gets smaller and smaller, and actually, the opportunities for people who want to learn a trade is not there, because at school and what have you, we're not learning how to wire a plug. We're not learning how to put bricks and mortar down. We're not learning those different aspects. And then do you feel that maybe there's not opportunity? Gemma, it's probably a question more for you as well. Do you feel there's that little bit of the window is kind of closing a little bit on sort of getting people into the construction industry?
I wouldn't say it's closing. I would say it's still well open. But I do spend a lot of my time in schools. I'm probably in a different school across county, maybe once a week, supporting careers provision. So I do get to see what is going on. And there is definitely, and it is something that senior leadership, careers leaders, teachers all agree with, that the system isn't suited to everyone as it is. So, there are going to be learners, students who do not flourish, like you're saying, because they like doing. They don't like the traditional academic classroom. That's not their moment to shine. And they come out sometimes feeling like they're lacking in confidence and they're a little bit broken with the system. And that's when they can come to us. So there are places that they can channel them in, and they have their moment, and they're able to showcase their skill set. But it is after the current system that they're in, showing them the pathways that they can do that, I would say.
And it's all about, Gemma, it's all about options, isn't it? And that's exactly what you do. It's about, going into those things, myself included, just kind of going through school and going, okay, right, finish school. What do we do next? And
I think that's really important now. We have a great county for supporting careers provision, and my role as well in terms of what I do at ACE, I'm also what they call an enterprise advisor. working with Oxford Enterprise through the Careers and Enterprise Company. And there are many of us on the ground that go in and showcase what we do. We help support certain schools. I work with the Bicester School in Whitelands, but I'm also agile and go across the county. So it's really important that every learner has their opportunity to make a connection and thinks, well, maybe this is for me, or maybe that's what I thought that was, but I'm not sure now. So, you know, there are so many pathways, and it's just opening people's eyes to them, and also parents and inspiring parents and showing teachers there's a pathway. We get a lot of teachers on the ground saying, oh, I've got learners that would suit your environment. And it's just then them knowing the right people to talk to and the right connections to make.
And that link, I guess, between even you, Gemma, and Lisa as well, that kind of link of going, right, I've, you know, been into schools, and then someone from the kind of schools goes, actually, yeah, this is for me. This is, I'm kind of, my interest has been sparked, excuse the pun, by all of this, and then obviously entering into the training at ACE. What can people kind of expect, and kind of, you know, if people are listening to this now and sort of their interest has been sort of sparked by that as well, what can people kind of expect from the sort of training and your amazing sort of training program that you got down in Kidlington there?
Lisa said there's two pathways. So I'll talk briefly about the pre-apprentice pathway, and then Lisa can talk about the apprenticeship program. So pre-apprentices, they tend to come now from school. They can roll on at any point. But they need to be with us, signed up before their 19th birthday. So we've got our summer program now, so 60 learners that are in for 6 weeks over the summer, and many of them will stay come September. And they will either take two kind of pathways with us. They will take bricklaying or carpentry. And then the hope is they get their qualifications with us, but the ultimate aim is to put them into an apprenticeship, get them on some work experience, or get them work ready. Hopefully in construction, but we skill them with so many things, not just what they learn in the workshop. If they don't have their English and maths, they can resit either as a GCSE or a functional skills. Smaller group suits them better. They're not in the classroom that long, but we also do a lot of employability skills and soft skills that are needed to make them more employable.
Yeah, a perfect avenue kind of into sort of the working world. Ticking every single box.
That bridge.
Exactly that. And then moving on from that, Lisa, just kind of, you know, this apprenticeship scheme, what does that kind of look like?
Yeah, so the aim of the pre-apprentice program is to obviously, once they've done their what's called the level 1 diploma with us, we do their employability lessons. They get involved with literally on the tools community projects. So that's as part of their employability modules, and we're actually out with them in various different schemes. So that could be building planters with a church, or we've been doing gazebos and things recently. And once they've done all that, they go into a work experience model with an employer, and all goes well there, and they're happy and the company's happy. They then go on to an apprenticeship. So that's the one pathway in. We also work with our partners and our companies to upskill their current workers. So say we found a lot of learners might have gone off and not decided what they wanted to do straight after school. That's okay. I think our eldest apprentice now is 32 off the top of my head. So very open to all ages now as well. So, you know, people that are coming into the industry and need training up, they can certainly come on board with us as an external candidate, and we can help them, or, you know, they can go out and find their own job and then still come to us for training. And then I say we work with our external partners as well to upskill their workforce. If they've got anybody that has been with them on the tools for, you know, however many years and now wants to do a formal qualification in that, we can, you know, take them through that journey with us as well.
And a lot of people who sort of go into it, they kind of go, okay, you're almost, you get channeled into a sort of one lane. And I know sort of lots of people from my other life with another hard hat on, that actually people are multi-skilling now, because they kind of go, actually, okay, I'm in the industry and I know how to labour. Actually, that carpentry, I quite like a bit of that. I quite want to learn a bit of that. It can, you know, vary up my day. Or, you know what, I want to become a spark. I want to, you know, they seem to earn a lot of money. You know, I want to learn that new skill. I want to, and is that what you're finding as well? That people are kind of just going, I kind of want to get as many skills as I can to kind of vary my days up, to earn a bit more money, to kind of dip my toe into different facets of the construction industry.
Absolutely. And what we're finding as well is speaking to our employers and construction companies is sort of a more of a light shone on our property maintenance program, which is literally that. It's a level 2. So once they've done, they come through the pre-apprentice course with us, once they've done their brick or carpentry, they can then go into what's called property maintenance operative. And that literally gives them a little bit of everything. And then after that, if they then want to do a level 3 and specialise, they've still got that option there. So it's keeping all routes open as much as we can for what they want to learn, and as you say, people that have gone through left school and not got any qualifications behind them, now finding they want to progress in their career and go into these, maybe set up their own company or go into these big T1 level companies, need a qualification behind them and they don't know where to go. We can help them with that as well, and upskill as much as possible before they go on to their next path.
Well, it's brilliant to have you here in Oxfordshire and fighting this good fight. I know it's probably a little bit more than I should do about this kind of bits and bobs about the industry and what have you. But it's amazing that you're here, amazing that you're doing those things. And yeah, keep fighting the good fight with all of this. If interest has been sort of sparked by this, where can people find out a little bit more information? The website is fantastic. I'm on there just at the moment.
Yeah, so check out the website. If you're interested as a learner, whether it be, you're thinking about your options still after you've done your GCSEs, or you're at year 10, or you're on a course that you're not enjoying, or you've got an employer but not a provider, come and check out our open morning. We've actually got one this Saturday, so come and join us. On an employer's perspective, if you want to come and have a chat, there's an open day on the 2nd of August. And then, of course, there is the website and all our social channels as well.
Superb. It's been really great catching up with you both and finding out a little bit more about what you do. Quite surprising, I'm sure, for a lot of people listening across Oxfordshire as well. And definitely people, I'm sure, will be checking out the website for sure. Lisa, Gemma, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rich.
That's brilliant stuff. Lisa Marie Perkins there, training coordinator, AIDS training, and Gemma Scrivener there, marketing manager. Very interesting stuff what they're doing down there at ACE Training, and more power to them.